state and local
I
officials
speak unto thee
saying
this
help is
day,
on
and I
the way.
say, when nations forget me,
Conversation.
that is, when they choose other gods, other lovers, and they go whoring after the same, I say they will be beaten with their idols. That is, it is me, the living God, who will cause their idols to rise up against them, to beat them severely, to cause them to suffer from the same. For I say that I, the living God, am not mocked, and when men will choose any other God, any other way than the way that I intend, I say that I, the living God, will devastate them. And I say that I will cause them to be overwhelmed, devoured, and overtaken, because they have strayed from me. I say this day that I, the living God, never called thee to stray away, to go your own way, to be taken in the way of fools. That is, I never called thee to bow down to idols, to have other lovers, to worship those things that are vanity, vexation, and darkness. But I say that I'm calling my people to remain true unto me, to come forth in the light that I provide. And I say that I've called my people to be uplifted, directed, corrected, purposed, and guided by me. Therefore I say, in a wayward, a vile, a corrupted, and foolish generation, consider this. Consider that it is me, the living God, who does desire to bring thee forth, that it is me, the living God, who does desire to direct thee in light. I say, consider that I do not lead thee in a way that is vanity, foolishness, and darkness, but I say that I lead thee in the truth. And I say that I desire that you would be ever brought forth, uplifted, guided, and directed by me. For I say, it is me, the living God, who is indeed the mainstay. It is me, the living God, who is indeed the author and the finisher of thy faith. And I say, it is me that you are meant to keep your commitment unto, not changing from the same, not whoring yourself out to the gods of the heathen. For I say that the difficulties that come to my people are because they have loved other lovers. That is, they have worshipped other gods. Now I say, when their idols turn against them, and they are beaten by the same, I say, then they cry out in anguish. But I say that so often they fail to see their sin. That is, they are crying out because they are in pain, because they are in anguish. But I say they have failed to see the error of their own way. I say this day that I, the living God, do not call thee to cave in, to give way to that which is vanity and darkness, to that which is stupidity, and will take your heart far from me. That is, I do not call thee to give in to the subtlety of seduction that is found in the gods of the heathen that are raging in the land. For I say that it is true that the demon forces have spread out in proud array. I say they are visible and invisible everywhere you go. For I say there are forces of darkness and evil, iniquity and wickedness that are seeking to devour men's souls. I say this day that I, the living God, never ever intended that you would be devoured, that you would be overwhelmed and likewise destroyed. But I say that I have intended that you would be uplifted, coming forth in the truth, the light, the strength that I provide. And I say that I've called thee to walk circumspectly in me, redeeming the time, ever thankful that it is me that you can be pleasing unto. For I say you are not meant to be flirting with that which will prove to be death and damnation of soul, nor are you meant to be flirting with the gods of the heathen that will take your heart far from me, and in turn will likewise be the punishment upon thee. I say there are many even now who are reaping the fruit of their flirtation, of their whoredom, and I say they pay for the same. For I say the very gods they have chosen above me, the values they have given themselves to, aside from my morality, will be proven to be despair unto them. For I say, when a man or a woman will choose to oppose me and take their season in folly, I say they will end in shame. And I say the very lovers, the very gods they have chosen apart from me will prove to be despair and anguish of soul. I say this day that I, the living God, never called thee to worship any other god, any other lover, to depart from me. But I say that I've called thee to be uplifted, coming forth in the truth, the light, the mercy that I give to thee day by day. I say that I've called thee to be thankful that you can indeed be purposed, directed, and instructed by me, for it is me, the living God, you are meant to please. And I say you are meant to keep yourself from other lovers, other gods, for the same will prove to be despair unto thee. I say this day, if you look at the condition of the nation, if you look at the gods they have worshipped, if you look at the morals they have given themselves unto, which are totally defunct, you see that they pay for the same. That is, while they imagine they get by, I say it is not true at all. For I say they receive the retributive justice in diseases that cannot be cured. I say they are perpetually wounded, and the wound will not heal. And I say they are in mental anguish, they are in desperation. I say they are in despair and depression continually because they have departed from me. And I say all the while they boast themselves as though they were living it up, but it is not true. For I say when men and women will behave as fools, I say they are beaten with many stripes. I say there are stripes that come upon a man that he will never reveal to any other because of his pride. But I say in the secret chambers of his own mind, he is a diminished fool. And I say he may put on a facade of face to be seen of men, but inwardly I say that he's a fool. I say that he's insane because he's departed from me. I say this day that I, living God, do not call you to the insanity that is throughout this land because of its departure from me. That is, I do not call thee to the contamination because of the abomination that men and women have given themselves unto. That is, they have worshipped other gods, other lovers, and I say they bowed to the same. And I say they've given themselves over to that which will prove to be damnation of their souls. I say not only will they be damned, but I say they will be beaten in this life by the very idols, the lovers they have chosen rather than me. I say this day that I, the living God, am not mocked, and when men and women will bow unto that which is darkness and foolery, vanity and iniquity, of course I will give the retribution unto their lives. And I say that they will moan and groan and never complain, but I say that they are so stubborn and proud they will not repent unto me. That is, they will fail to see the error of their way and be sorry for sin. They will simply live in the misery of the same. And I say all the while they realize not that they receive the pay of their doings. That is, they are receiving what they have sown multiplied, and I say that the same shall be sorrow and shame unto them. I say this day that I, the living God, never called thee to walk in a way that will cause you to be despairing of soul. That is, I never called you to walk in a way that is corruption and disruption of my standard that causes you to depart from me. But I say that I've called you to come forth ever uplifted in that which I give thee, which is the truth and the light always. For I say, if you will indeed be seeking to keep the standard of my righteousness, my truth, you will be kept by me. But I say, if you are ever straying away and thinking somehow that you get by with sin, I say you are deceived. I say this day that I, living God, do not call thee to deception, but I say that I call thee to truth. And I say, if you will walk in the truth, that the truth will cause thee to be upright with me. But I say, if you depart from the truth, if you begin to ogle the ways of the heathen and think you must indulge in the same, I say you will be proven to be a fool in that. For I say you are choosing a way that is far distance from me, a way wherein you will be damned. I say this day that I, the living God, never called my people to have to undergo such anguish and suffering as they do in these times. That is, because they departed from that which I intended the standard of righteousness and holiness, and went a-whoring after the ways of the heathen. I say my people in this generation are like Solomon. I say they have made marriages and concubines out of the whores of the heathen. And I say now they will pay and pay and pay for the same, and literally build altars for sinning. That is, because they will pay oblation to the idols that they have taken, and I say that the same will cause them to stray farther and farther from me. For I say they are under the curse, the sin of Solomon, because they are whores at heart. That is, they have departed from the true way, the way of faithfulness, the way that I intended and the way that I did provide. And I say they have likewise made covenants and marriages with that which will destroy their souls. I say this day that I, living God, do not intend that my own people would end in such a heap of despair and futility and emptiness far from me. But I say that I've intended that my own people would be coming forth, uplifted, directed, and guided in my way. I say that I've intended that my own people would walk in the righteousness, the truth, the holiness that I desire and require of them. For I say it is my people are meant to be thankful, ever thankful unto me. I say this day, do not take on the subtleties of rebellion, for I say that the same is a rule or force in this wicked generation. And I say that the truth of it is that heathen are rebels against me. And I say they are rebels under the curse of their ancestors who strayed away. And I say that that rebellion is magnified because they departed from me. But I say when men will glorify rebellion and make it up to be some great thing, then worship the idols of the same, and they claim they are my people, I say they are doubly damned in those ways. For I say they are choosing to depart from me to take up the ways of rebellion, that is, the ways of the heathen, and embellish themselves in the same. And I say, while they think they are superior, that they may meddle in paganism, in that which is vile and corrupt, and not be covered in the same, I say they are fools. For I say they are fools who will be taken in their folly, beaten with many stripes, and then destroyed. For I say it is foolishness to accept the tentacles of rebellion, for I say that the same will squeeze my life out of you. That is, it will cause what idol living God have given unto you to fade away because of the preeminence of evil. And I say that the whorish demons are dominating, and I say they will rule with pride and jealousy over the territory they gain. For I say, when you give yourself to that which is rebellion, that is, the ways of the heathen, the same will overwhelm thee. Now stop and consider what it is that Solomon did. I say that he gave himself to foreign women in the form of wives and concubines. And I say that he doted upon the strange flesh, upon that which was not intended for my own. And I say that he literally became a slave driven by lust day after day. And I say that he had more than heart could ever desire. And I say that he was proven to be a fool. For I say the very women that he loved, that he poured himself unto, that he had to have, were the very things that led him astray. That is, they led him to worship their gods, to build altars to the same. And I say to likewise offer sacrifice. That is, to the things that are forbidden and were forbidden from my own people. Yet I say in this wicked, perverse, and vile generation that my own people who are under the covering of Solomon have gone a-whoring as he did. That is, they have given themselves to marriages, covenants, and interactions and relationships with the ways of the heathen. They have given themselves to idols to the degree that they are building altars for sinning, and they are offering sacrifices unto the same. And I say all the while the idols are grimacing in joy at the fact that they cause my people to depart. That is, they are ever making fun of and mocking my people as they lead them onward and upward into the course of their own destruction. That is, they lead them to the top of the altar where they will be burned with fire. That is, devoured and destroyed because they have chosen to depart from me. I say this day that I, the living God, do not call thee to walk afar off, but I say that I call thee to love, to cherish the truth. And I say that I call thee to be thankful that I give the same unto thee, that you can indeed be kept always by me. That is, kept in the way of blessedness, truth, life, and strength, and mercy day by day. That is, brought forth in that which I give thee, which is the truth and the life, the mercy, the strength, and the peace always. Therefore I say this day, do not have ogling eyes, do not gawk at that which I, the living God, do not intend for thee. I say, do not be envious of the wicked, and think somehow in all of their debauchery they have something that you must have. For I say the truth of it is that all that they have with their pageantry, with their idolatry, with their abomination, is the course of their own damnation. And I say, if you look upon what they have and lust for the same, I say you will be taken astray. I say this day that I, the living God, do not call thee to walk afar off, but I say that I call thee to walk near to me, to walk circumspectly, to come forth in my way. I say you are not intended to run after the things that the heathen run unto, but I say you are intended to walk uprightly in me. And I say you are not meant to live out the curse of Solomon and end in a heap likewise. But I say you are meant to keep the standard that dictates that I require of my own. And I say you are meant to be a holy people who are serving me, not bowing unto idols, not in any disguise, but keeping themselves unspotted from the world and the filthiness contained therein, that they can indeed be well-pleasing unto me. I say, if it is me that you seek to please, you will not stray from the narrow way, but you will be thankful unto me. I say, give praise, give thanks.